Chelsea shoved a balled fist in the crook of her waist. "So what's there to do here? Play harps?" That's a common fallacy, Chelsea. Let's go over this pamphlet. What to expect when you're expired." Skye held out the pamphlet, but the girl ignored it. "Can't you just give me a straight answer? What are you hiding from me?" "I'm not hiding anything." The newly dead were a notoriously suspicious bunch, always half expecting Satan to leap from behind the desk like a rubber snake out of a can. "You can do whatever you want in heaven. It's surprisingly unstructured." Skye picked up the remote for the television. "I have a DVD that will answer—" Chelsea startled Skye by snatching the remote from her hand and lobbing it across the cubicle. "I don't want to watch some stupid DVD." Her coal-lined eyes glittered like chips of mica, daring Skye to challenge her. Page 7, paragraph 4 of the Hospitality Handbook had several specific suggestions for dealing with belligerent clients. 1. Speak in soothing, even tones. 2. Validate your client's feelings with active listening techniques. 3. If a client cannot be calmed by other means, administer a dose of tranquility in a can. Should be kept in right-hand desk drawer at all times. When faced with client insubordination, Skye generally skipped the first 2 directives and went right for the TIC. Why put up with unpleasantness when tranquility was so close at hand? Skye eased open her desk drawer, but the canister was missing. She'd forgotten to stock the drawer when she'd switched cubicles. Now she was forced to reason with the girl. "That wasn't very nice, Chelsea, but I understand this is a big change for you, and—" "Get me out of here now." "Chelsea, please, if you'll just—" The girl's pale skin flushed crimson. Spittle dotted her bottom lip. "Shut up! I hate you!" "I realize you're dead," Skye said calmly, "but I didn't kill you. Would you stop being such a pain in the ass and let's get on with this, please?" The girl's eyes grew so wide Skye could see the gold flecks in her irises. "You said ass," she whispered. All traces of toughness drained from her body, leaving behind a wide-eyed child with a quivering lower lip and a nose on the verge of running. If the shoe fits— "You're allowed to call me a name?" Skye glanced at the ceiling. "I don't see any lightning bolts." Chelsea tugged at her pimpled chin. "And people in heaven swear?" "Damn straight we do." "Thank God." She bit her knuckle and glanced around the cubicle. "Oops. Do you think he's eavesdropping?" "He happens to be a she, and of course she's eavesdropping. They don't call her omniscient for nothing." Skye opened Chelsea's file and made a brief notation. "Hopefully she won't hold this ugly little incident against you." Chelsea dropped into a swivel chair in front of Skye's desk and twisted back and forth in it, as if it were a piece of playground equipment. "I'd never fit into a place where everyone's a goody two-shoes. You'd have to send me to you-know-where." She winced as she pointed at the floor. "Nobody's perfect in heaven. Well, maybe a few high-ranking angels in headquarters, but they're not very much fun at cocktail parties." Skye laughed at her own joke. The teenager blinked blankly, the quip zooming over her shiny blonde head. "You'll also be glad to know there isn't a you-know-where," Skye continued. "Just heaven." "No hell?" Chelsea looked astonished. "Where'd all the bad people go?" Skye dreaded such questions. The hospitality sector functioned primarily as a welcome wagon. There wasn't time for lengthy discourses on complex theological issues. "There's an FAQ in your orientation packet which will answer your question better than I can," Skye said. "For now, let's just say that bad people have a very hard time getting into trouble once they're in heaven. Nobody to kill. Nothing to steal." "I thought heaven would be like church," Chelsea said. "I figured I'd have to hang out in a pew all day singing hymns and saying prayers." She caught her fingers in her long hair. "Do girls get their periods here?" "Absolutely not," Skye said. "You'll never have to worry about that bloody nuisance again." Chelsea pouted.